1, 2, 1, 2. Can I get a mic check, doubles? Can I get a mic check? 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Mic, check the mic, doubles. Check it. Check it out. Checking it out, doubles. Checking it out. Check it out. Check it out, doubles. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I'm going to have me some coffee, doubles. I'm going to have me some coffee, doubles. Doubles.
Yeah.
Double trouble. Yep. Are we live? On all the social? Well, then let's get ready to do the intro. What do you think, doubles? Yeah, I want some coffee first, though. Yummy. The coffee's good, bruh. That coffee is good, doubles. I'm telling you. All right. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's Coach Nick Money in the house with the one and only, you know him as the indelible one, the only, Parabolics in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker, baby. The maker of rain, baby. The maker of rain. And it's another episode of Power Play, baby. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get the first 100, 200 folks in the house. And if you're new to the show, let me break down what Power Play is all about. What we're going to do is we're going to share with you our custom scanners right from our private Discord with you. This is the Market Mover scanner. And you can see it on the left-hand side of the screen. Left-hand side of the screen right over here, and we provide this information with the top gainers, aka the market movers for today. And what we're going to do is we're going to review these stocks. We're going to check out their float, their volume, the price, the percentage that they've gone up. We're going to go ahead and search their news because we have that access in our Discord community. So we're going to search the news and see what the catalysts are, and then we're going to go ahead and do some technical analysis on the chart over here, basically some charting to see whether or not some of these stocks are going to have enough gasoline in the tank to go ahead and run during Power Hour. Power Hour happens at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's usually when a second wave of volume comes back into the market, baby. Comes back into the market. Right? So the major surge of volume usually happens pre-market going into the open of the regular hours. So usually somewhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. That is usually the prime time of the market. But there's always that second wave, and that's the power hour. So we'll review the stocks that are potential power hour plays. That's the power portion of this show. The play portion of it is, listen, we realize that it's still an hour and a half before power hour, so the market is a little slower. The volume's a little bit lower. So what we do is we go ahead and we play some Battle Royale, Fortnite Battle Royale, and we get a victory royale for the community, the indelible tribe. That is you, folks. That is you. We go for a win, a.k.a. a W. And if you want to shorten it a little bit more like us gamers do, it's called getting a dub. Dub, short for W. Right, doubles? Yeah, I should call you Dub, bro, because, doubles, get it? Dub? I don't know. What do you think? It's just an idea, bro. Think about it. Let me know. Get back to me, all right? Have your people talk to my people. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying, I'm just thinking out loud. Thinking out loud. All right, so that's the premise of Power Play. We got the play portion, which is the Fortnite, and the power portion of it is getting ready for Power Hour by reviewing the stonks. And we go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if you have any questions on any particular stocks, put it in the chat, baby. Put it in the chat. Let us know, and we'll check out the stonk. Right now, we're looking at SWMR. We're going to get into it pretty soon as we get more people in. We're going to let more people come on in so we could start reviewing the stonks. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money. Justin's in the house. Says, what's up, Coach? I'm doing great, brother. I hope you're enjoying Taco Tuesday. And by the way, I do want to point out, it is St. Patrick's Day, bro. Top of the morning to everybody. And guess what? One of my favorite holidays because it's all about green, baby. It's all about green. Green. Money, 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 money. Money. And I bless you with money. I bless all my peoples, all of the indelible tribe. Money. Money for everybody. Why not? Money and health. Money and health. Wealth and health. I like that. Doubles, what do you think? Does that work? Yeah, why not? Why not? We got that technology. Justin wants us to check out IVDA. IVDA. I'll put it on the screen. IVDA. Let's take a look at it. IVDA. We're going to go and check that out in about a second. Bobo Beep's in the house. Lima, Charlie, Roger that. What's up, brother? I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Let's go. Let's get that share party. Let's get to the first 100, folks. We're at 34. Let's get it cooking. Also, if you're not following us on X.com, go ahead and follow us on X.com, a.k.a. Twitter, at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anything and everything having to do with financial news. And, of course, Monday through Friday, pre-market, regular hours, and after hours. It's all about microcap and small cap stocks, whether it's technical analysis, filings, press releases, and much, much more. Go ahead and follow us on X.com at Coach Money. At Coach Money. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitch at Coach Money. At Coach Money. And finally, we're on TikTok. Tiki-taki, a.k.a. the Tac, as Doubles likes to call it. At DBL Nicks. At DBL NICKS. And the screen name is Coach Nick Money. And we're also offering a 4-day trial for our Discord community. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. You'll have access to all the scanners. You'll have access to all the news search features. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have access to all the financial stock news that's going on. So you'll have access to that as well. Educational content. We also share with you the stocks that we're looking at and considering to trade, and a ton of educational content and an amazing community. And if you want to check it out and see it with your own eyes, the link is in the description and in the pinned comment. So for $9.99, you could go ahead and check it out. Let's take a look at IVDA for our boy Justin in the house. And we're looking at it. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with it. Right now, it's just under 36 cents. Let's take a look at the share structure of IVDA. Let's take a look at the share structure. IVDA. We're going to go ahead and see what the float and the volume is for this particular stock. The float is 11 million. The volume is 5 million. So it has a very low amount of volume. It looks like it's forming a triple top, maybe a quadruple top. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated. Right over here, number one, top. Okay, and it's a top tail. I don't like top tails. Why do I not like top tails? I make the joke that I don't like top tails. I like bottom tails. I do like bottom tails. I don't like top tails because what it's basically showing me is that the buyers are having buyer fatigue and they're bailing out before it can break a resistance area. The resistance area on this stock seems to be 38 cents. This is one of the tops where it failed to break through. Here's the second time that it failed to break through, right? And then we got a third time right next to it, right over here. And then we got a fourth one right next to it right over here. Now, a lot of times when the price action hits a resistance area like you see over here, it will eventually try to break through again. But there's one thing that does not look particularly schmexy with the price action right now, which is that the 9 EMA and the price action are curving downward and away from this resistance area. And it looks like it might even pierce below the volume weighted average, which is the purple line. Let's go ahead and put a graffiti pencil line on where the volume weighted average is so you can see it. The volume weighted average is at the 36 cent mark right over here. Doubles turned blue, doubles. I don't want it to turn blue. I want it to stay green, doubles. Doubles, I want it to stay green like my M&M's, doubles. Huh, what is going on here? Anyway, back to the show. Oosh, 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 oosh. Huh. Anyway. Let's get that share party. We're almost at 100, folks. Let's share it up. Let's share it up. What we want to see happen is we want to see this 9 EMA start curling upward. We want to see the price get above the 9 EMA, and we want to see the 9 EMA move away from the volume-weighted average and then test resistance at 38 cents with volume and pushing out. Unfortunately, volume is dipping downward, or kind of predictable, though, because, again, it is an hour and 21 minutes away from power hour, and a lot of folks are out having their Chipotle. Right? The Chipotle bowl, right? The Chipotle bowl or the California fresh kale, you know what I mean? And they're eating and they're chilling. And some people just left because, you know, they traded in the morning and that's it. They're not going to trade anymore, right? So the volume is intentionally going to be lower around now. And that's why we got to let these stocks simmer on high heat until power hour comes in, because most of the time there's not going to be enough volume to push the price action upward. The other concern that I have with it is that the RSI seems to be drifting downward. It's not a sudden move downward, and it seems to be stabilizing in the middle area of the RSI, the relative strength index. And basically what that means is there's indecisiveness between buyers and sellers. In other words, neither side is controlling what's going on. If the buyers control, then the RSI starts moving upward, and generally speaking, the price action starts moving upward. If the sellers start selling off and controlling the price action, you start having the RSI moving downward towards the oversold area, and you will generally see the price action dipping. Now, one good thing that's encouraging with IVDA at this point is that IVDA is staying stacked with the 9 EMA above the VWAP. So as long as it does that, that keeps it still in a bullish type of a situation, even though you do have a quadruple top. If it could stabilize and start curling upward, you might have the beginnings of what looks like a descending wedge bull reversal pattern. So it would look something like this, right over here, right? Breaking this trend over here, and this particular pennant is a reversal signal, signaling that it's moving from a bearish type of a situation to a bullish situation. Volume will dictate basically whether or not this is the case. Let's take a peek on whether or not IVDA has any news. Let's go ahead and check the news on IVDA. Let's go and check it right over there. Okay, hold on. Tuesday, February 10th was the last news that it had. I don't see anything else. Do you see anything more current than that? What's going on? Let's see. Any news? The 8th, NVIDIA general corporate statement. Looks like there was an 8K that was filed on the 8th of March. No, the 6th of March. So let's see what that 8K was. So that was a good solid 11 days ago. And it said on March 6th, the company received a letter from the listing qualification staff of NASDAQ stating that the company's common stock failed to maintain a minimum price bid of $1. Okay, so it has notification in the works that it is under the $1 minimum, and it can lose its listing with NASDAQ. So this is a pretty common situation. So basically what a lot of companies will do is they'll either push out a press release to help bring the price up, or in the alternative, they'll do a reverse split. I don't see any indication that there's a reverse split, but they do need to address this issue. Otherwise, they're going to lose their status with NASDAQ. Now, this stock has had a history of moving in the past, so maybe this could potentially become a runner, and it's certainly worth having on a watch list. But right now, I'm just hoping it gets some volume and it starts curling upward. That's what we're hoping for. So, yeah, that's the story with IVDA. Righty, let's go. Doubles, let's go. By the way, you know what we also have going on, doubles? You know what we also have, doubles? We got the Serengeti specialist here. Yes, sir. The huntress of all things parabolic, the secret weapon. The secret weapon, doubles. You know she's constantly prancing around in the Serengeti, searching for the next parabolic play for the indelible tribe so that she can ensnarl it, snag it by the neck, and bring it to the tribe so we can feast. It's the one, the only. We call her the Serengeti specialist, the huntress of all things parabolic, a.k.a. DBL Moms. Oh, come on, DBL Moms. I gave you a heck of an intro. Come on, you got to do better than that. 1, 2, 3. DBL Moms. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying right there. All right, so that's the story with IVDA. Let's take a look at some other stocks. LNAI ran earlier today. LNAI is still listed as the leading gainer, but obviously it pulled back, as did most of the other stocks. It's up currently 149%. We can take a look at the custom scanners that we're sharing from the Discord community, and you can see that it's currently up 149%. The float is a little bit on the heavier side at 20 million, but it is a sub-dollar stock. So again, whenever there's a sub-dollar stock, the float can be a little bit bigger, provided that you have plenty of volume. And if you look at this, we have almost 500 million shares of volume. So you have almost a 25%, a 25 times rotation of volume to float. And we always want more volume than float. The float is the available shares of stock for those of you that are new to trading, and the volume are the actual amount of shares that are actually exchanging hands during the session. So that's your demand. So volume is demand, float is supply. Okay, and LNAI certainly has had plenty of volume. Marty's in the house. What's going on? He said hello to Doubles and to Coach. What's up, Marty? What's happening? What's going on YouTube? What's going on? Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. Doubles are right. All right. So anyway, LNAI had a nice little parabolic run all the way up to about 74 cents and has been pulling back ever since. Let's take a look at what's going on with it. First things first, let's do some technical analysis. You can see that it had formed the head and shoulders pattern over here. So that's your head right over there. And this is a shoulder right over here. And the other shoulder is right over here. So head and shoulder pattern is basically a pattern that is bearish that indicates that a reversal is going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. The price action dipped down. It broke the downtrend and is now consolidating, but it's consolidating below the volume weighted average, which is at 57 cents. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated. Doubles. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get that share party going on. We're almost at 100. Let's get it for 200, folks. Let's get a share party. Share party. So LNAI up 151%, breaks the downtrend and is consolidating below the VWAP. Needs volume. Let's see if there's any news with LNAI. Let's take a look and see if there's any news with LNAI. Let's see. I don't think there was. I don't remember it having any news per se. Let's see. Perhaps there was news back on March 5th. They implemented a temporary furlough of employees in the U.S. and Canada, a cost-cutting measure. So they were trying to cut expenses. Let's see what the float and the float and volume we already know. 20 million float. We could see that over here in the custom scanner, and the volume almost 500 million. So it's almost a 25x volume to float ratio. They didn't have any recent news. Sub penny. It ran pretty significantly, but right now it's in this consolidation mode. So what we want to see is this volume weighted average, which is right over here at 58 cents, being pierced by the price action. So we want to see this 9 EMA start curling upward. Right now, we don't have any clear indication from either the buyers or sellers. The RSI is neutral. So what we want to see is the RSI start to drift upward. And of course, we're going to want volume candles to start increasing. We want the green candles, because that would be people buying rather than red being controlled by people selling. That's what we're looking for. So we're looking for the price action to curl, baby, curl. Curl, baby, curl. Let's take a look at BUUU. It just popped up on the scanner recently. BUUU. And it's moving on light volume up currently 35%. Here we go. Take a look at it on the scanner, the custom scanners that we're sharing with you. Okay, so you can see it's a 3 million float stock. So the float is very low, but here's the issue. It only has 35,000 shares worth of volume. So very low volume, moving on very low volume. And that's kind of problematic because usually that can create situations where there's very quick changes of direction in the price action, but it is up 35%. So that's a story. And it's going to have a potential earnings situation coming out in the next 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens with it. I don't know. For now, Let's go take a look at UCAR. UCAR had news. UCAR had news. The news that they had was they announced the production of the first batch of 30 battery swapping electric heavy-duty trucks designated for the Thailand market that was completed. So the price action went up pretty aggressive, and then it came down just as aggressive. Look, all right? So it almost completely round tripped. It's still up 49%, but this stock was up way up here at around $1.75, and now the price action's at 76 cents. So when this happens, it kind of puts me on pause. You know, it's almost like I get a chill down my spine when I see stuff like that because it scares me. But you know what? We'll give it some Fibonacci retracement lines so we could see where the key levels of support and resistance are for UCAR. UCAR needs to break 69 cents. UCAR needs to break 69 cents as the primary resistance area. And then after that, 96 cents would be another area. Justin is in the house. He says, NIXX. You got it. Let's go check it out. NIXX. Let's go check it out. All right. Let me get a little coffee in, man. A little coffee. A little bit. Alex is in the house. I wonder if is that Alex Martinez or is that a different Alex? Because the handle's different. Yeah, it looks like a different Alex. Huh? Yeah, it looks like a different Alex. Welcome, different Alex. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to check out NIXX, and then we're going to go and review UCAR one more time for our friend Alex on YouTube. Okay, so we're looking at NIXX. It too has an earnings that's supposedly going to be happening on March 30th. The price action has broken slightly above the volume weighted average, which gives it a bullish type of a situation. The RSI is starting to move upward, but it's still in that central figure. But you could see that there's not a heck of a lot of volume with the movement on NIXX. Let's see what the float and volume is for NIXX. Let's check it out. And let's see if there's any news. Doubles, what do you think? What do you say? Is there any news for it? Let's see. There was news on February 8th. There was a 8K that was signed on February 8th. Let's take a look at it. It's under $1, so I'm wondering whether or not they received notification of failing to meet standards with NASDAQ. I'm wondering, and it looks like that's exactly what's going on. So this is very similar to the IVDA stock. Received a letter from the NASDAQ market indicating the company's consolidating closing bid price is below $1. So this is another one of those stocks that also needs to make that $1 mark in order to stay compliant with NASDAQ. And of course, there's a couple of ways they could do it. They could obviously put out news that can push the price action up, or they could do a reverse split. So this stock is in a very similar type of a situation to IVDA, which we just spoke about a little bit earlier. So let's give it a Fibonacci retracement so we could see what kind of levels of resistance and support it has. Let's go ahead and do that right over here. And we can see that the price is holding up just above support at 71 cents, which is basically where the VWAP is. We could see that the 9 EMA is trying to cross over. That's good, but this is all happening on light volume. So without volume confirmation, But again, this stock has to hit over $1 in order to be in compliance with NASDAQ rules. Next resistance would be 73 cents, and then above that, 76, and then above that, 78, and then probably somewhere in the 80 marks, and then finally 82 and upward. It needs to get over $1 to get compliant with NASDAQ. Alex on YouTube was asking about UCAR. Let's go ahead and jump back to UCAR. Let's get a share party. We're almost at 200 doubles. We're almost at 200, bruh. We're almost at 200. Okay, so here's the situation with this. They put out news and the price action pumped and then it dumped, right? So that always puts a pause in my I don't know, how do I say it? It makes me have a pause. It puts a chill in my spine, so to speak. So the news was that they had completed production of the first batch of 30 battery swapped electric heavy duty trucks designated for the Thailand market. That's the news, okay? Let's take a look at the custom scanners that we're sharing from the Discord, and we can see that UCAR has a float of 5 million, which is low, and the volume is quite significant at 193 million shares, and the price is obviously 66 cents, and it's currently up 49%. But after the news came out, the stock went parabolic, and you could see these gaps in between the 5-minute candles. What was ultimately happening was the price action was moving so quickly that it kept on halting, and then as soon as the halt would end, it would shoot up, and then the halt would end, and it would shoot up, and then one last time the halt ended, it shot up, and then when that halt ended, it started doing the same thing going downward. So it round tripped, and currently it's in a relatively bearish pattern. The drop was pretty significant. It went below the volume weighted average. The volume weighted average is at 96 cents, and now the 9 EMA is pointing downward and away from the volume weighted average, which is a very bearish signal. But not only is that going on, but the actual price action itself is not above the 9 EMA. It's below the 9 EMA, which is indicative of the price action continuing to move downward, right? Also, RSI is showing us that the price action is very much in the oversold area. So what we need to see is a curve from the RSI. We want to see the RSI start moving upward. We want to see green candles here and volume moving up. And more importantly, we want to see the 9 EMA turn upward and break through the first resistance at 81 cents and then significant resistance at the VWAP, which is 96 cents. You could see that it's significant resistance at the 96 mark because most of the price candles are hovering at that point, right? And you have other prices that are not part of that volume weighted average. This is not the norm, and this is not the norm at the bottom, right? The volume weighted average is where most of the price action is happening for this. For me, not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea because of the fact that it's dipping downward. Alex said I have 1,400 at 78 cents, my life savings. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, so this is a different Alex. This is not Alex Martinez. This is a different Alex. Okay, well, good luck with that. Hopefully we'll see a turn in the 9 EMA. Hopefully it'll curl upward. But right now it is on a downtrend, and it needs to break this downtrend to become Shemexy, right? It is on that downtrend, and it needs to break that downtrend. Hopefully that will happen. But right now it really dipped really, really hard. So it sounds to me like you might have gotten caught in these halts that were going down over here, right? You probably bought it, held it, and then it started reversing on you, I'm guessing, or maybe you bought it on the way down and thinking it was going to bounce off of the area just below the VWAP, and it was going to reverse, and it didn't reverse yet. So hopefully it'll turn for you, Alex. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at EDSA. This is another stock that was moving earlier in the day. So let's take a look at it. EDSA. All right. So EDSA basically, kind of consolidating. Again, this is another type of situation where I get really, really scared when I see drops like this. We got a friend from Twitter saying that they bought at 75 cents. I'm presuming that you're talking about UCAR. Alex said, I'm so scared that it will dip even lower. Pray for me, please. You got it, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like using stop losses personally, right? Either mental or actual stop losses to, restrict my losses, right? So, that being able to mitigate your losses is part of this trade game, and it can be very, very scary. I get it. And it looks to me like our friend from Twitter is also in UCAR, and they're in at 75 cents, but it's going in a downward trajectory so far, right? But here's one positive. You have an hour and 3 minutes still before power hour, and maybe volume can come in and turn it around. Yeah, I kept buying dips. I got you. Okay. Well, that's certainly a strategy. I don't like doing that because most of these companies tend to have, and this is not financial advice, guys. I'm not a stock advisor or anything like that. I'm just sharing with you my approach, right? And my approach might not be the right approach for people, but I'm sharing with you what I do. With me, I learned with these stocks that I don't like to buy the dip and average down. And let me give you my thoughts on why that is, okay? And again, this might not be the right approach for you, guys. And guys, if you need to hire a stockbroker to help you with this stuff, that's always an option, right? Even though it's trading, but education is power. So why do I not like doing this? Because I know that the vast majority of these small cap stocks have very poor financials. Okay, very few of them are profitable, and as a result, it's very difficult for them to raise capital. Okay, and as a result, many times they're short on capital. And one of the ways that companies will raise capital if they can't actually do it by producing a profit is by issuing shares, right? Issuing stock certificates. So what sometimes happens is a company, and I don't know if UCAR did this, I'm just telling you that a lot of companies do this, right? They'll issue shares right after a run up. So a press release comes out and the price goes up, and then all of a sudden they sell off by diluting at the higher price point, right? And what ultimately ends up happening is the price starts to tank because of the dilution, right? So this is a pretty common type of situation, and knowing that happens, buying the dip is oftentimes a major problem. Think of it from this angle, okay? These are stocks that I'm trading. I'm usually in and out of these stocks within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 minutes the most. I don't stay in these stocks that long because I know that they can violently swing one way or another. Now, It's beautiful because they can go up 30, 40, 100%, 400%, 300%, 200%. But it's very rare that it's going to be one straight line. Okay. And the vast majority of these companies are not going to become Google. They're not going to become Microsoft. They're not going to become Amazon, right? They're not going to become Nvidia. Okay. We're trading this stuff. I'm not, I'm not buying it to invest. So why would I average down? Why would I average down? I'm looking to get in and out of these positions relatively quickly. It's not like I'm going to buy Meta, Facebook, right? Facebook went down several years ago. It was down to about 260, and everybody was losing their mind because it was, it was $350 a share at one point. It went all the way down to 260. Well, now it's trading at 600, but that's Meta. You know what I mean? It's not these companies. So that's my thought on how to approach these stocks. This is how I do it. I got a feather in my throat, Doubles.
A feather?
Yeah, a feather, Doubles. A feather, I tell you. Holy moly, holy Toledo. Holy Toledo, what is going on? All right. So that's my thought on these stocks. I don't trust them. My saying is I date the stocks. I don't marry them because I don't find them trustworthy. KR, let's take a look at it. All right, so what's the story with this stock? The stock's trading higher after the company reported a year-over-year increase in its fiscal year financials, right? So if we look at it on the custom scanners, we can see that it's a low float stock of 2 million, but it's only moving at 293,000 shares. So the amount of shares that are exchanging hands are very low. It is currently up 36%, and it is friends with the trend. We could put the trend line going on, but there's a lack of volume on it. RSI is heating up, and you can see that the candles are moving downward. So hopefully, as we move closer to power hour, volume will continue to come in, and maybe we'll see a little something with KR. We'll see what happens. It needs to get a lot more volume than what it has right now to become schmexy to me. EDSA, let's take a look at it. EDSA. All right, that's the stock that we were looking at before. So the issue with this one is this big jackknife. When I see stuff like that, I know that the 9 EMA is stacked above the VWAP, but this frightens me because it's a violent type of a move that can easily trigger stop losses. So it's a hard stop for me, but let's get a graffiti pencil activated for the Fibonacci retracement so that we can put some key levels of support and resistance for this particular ticker. And you can see that the price action right now is just below that 710 mark, which makes it a resistance area of that number, and the 9 EMA is just below it, but it's holding support above the VWAP. So we'll see what happens with it, but it needs to break that 710 area to be schmexy to me. All right, hold on a second. We lost our screen for a minute. Hold on. How do I do that? Right there. Hold on, folks. We'll be right back. We're getting a little bit of a problematic situation over here. I don't know, man. I don't know. We've been having this problem, but we're still live. Let's get that share party going on. Let's share it up, Doubles. All right, we're here. What's going on here? It's still giving me problems, Doubles. It's still giving me problems.
Go make another tab.
Make another one? Okay.
No, not that tab. The tab.
What do you want me to do?
The tab right next to where it says.
That one?
Yeah, click plus right next to it.
That one?
Yeah.
That one?
Details.
That one. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, it's gonna start everything from blue again.
Huh?
It's gonna start. Just press go. Go.
Oh, no audio. I muted myself. I muted myself. Thank you, Alex. Oh my! You missed all my banter, bro. You missed all my banter. It was good too. Oh my gracious! I muted myself. All right, let's take a look at CRCL. Let's take a look at it. Little technical difficulty. It happens, right? It happens. Thank you for letting me know, Alex. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got to tell you, doubles, this is not really showing up that well. I don't know. Yeah, it's really not showing up. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Alex says, yeah, you're back. I'm back. I'm back. I tell you, I'm back. I'm better than ever. Holy smokes, man. That's too light, man. That stands out. All right. That one stands out. That one stands out. Okay, so here's the situation with this, okay? It's a higher priced stock, so it's probably got a heavier float to it. It's moving up. What's going on with it? Outperformed rating on the stock and raised its price target from 110 to 138. Again, price targets don't mean much to me, but what this looks like it's doing is it looks like it's forming a cup and handle pattern. So if I go ahead and get my graffiti brush out. Oh, this is on the daily. Ah, dude, it switched all the way to the daily. Never mind. Rewind. Wow. Oh, my goodness, man. Everything went. Oh, what the heck? It looked a lot better on the daily chart, dude. All right, now maybe it's not looking so good. Okay. All right, let's go a little bit longer term because it's just flat. It's flat. What's going on here? I mean, it's kind of on an uptrend, but you can see that it's very thickly traded. It's a heavier floated stock. Let's go to the 5-minute and take a look at what the RSI looks like on it, okay? You can see that the RSI is overbought. You can see that the band that is in the RSI is thicker, and that usually suggests that there's a lot of activity going on with both buyers and sellers, which makes sense because it's a heavier floated stock, so it's going to be traded more heavily from both sides, whether people are going long or short on it. It is trending upward, but the RSI is overheating, which would suggest that a reversal is incoming with this particular stock. It's not my wheelhouse because it's not a small cap, but it's currently up 8%, which is quite a bit for large cap stocks like that. So that's the story with CRCL, Justin. All right, let's go take a look at BIAF. BIAF, let's get a share party. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a 420 for the memes. We're over 300 right now. Let's go for 420 for the memes, baby. All right, BIAF came out with news earlier in the morning. The company announced a new clinical case study that highlighted the benefit of adding CyPath Lung, a non-invasive test for lung cancer, to the diagnostic pathway. So that's one of their products, I guess, right? So we're looking at it right now. And we could see that the price action moved pretty aggressively. It's formed a descending wedge, but the price is currently below the volume-weighted average, which is problematic because the volume-weighted average acts as resistance in this situation. Let's go and change the graffiti pencil to yellow. I got to start all over again, doubles. I got to start all over again. You know what I mean, doubles? I got to start all over again because this doggone thing went kaputski on me, doubles. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, doubles. I don't know. I'm a little perturbed. Okay, so it has to break the volume weighted average. So let's get the other graffiti pencil activated. I'm gonna have to turn it into green. I know it. It's at around $2 and $2.62. The VWAP is at 269. All right, so that's the volume weighted average right there. And of course, I got to turn it green now because it turned blue again. Doubles, it turned blue again. Okay. The problems of live shows, right? I could have gone with just radio recording stuff, but I'd rather do live. I like the interaction with the peoples, bro. Don't you? I like that. I like talking to the peoples. Why not? It's more fun that way. I'm just saying. And you know why I like to talk to the people? Because I'm all about making money, baby. Whoo! Money, 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 money. Money. One more time, doubles. You're out of cue. 1, 2, 3. Money, 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 money. Money. Like that, yo. Like that, yo. Got it like that. You got it like that? I got it like that. Let me have some coffee, bro. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at SWMR. Okay. I suspect that SWMR is a IPO, which stands for initial public offering. The reason being is there's no history for the stock but for now, right? So, and in fact, the news does tell us that it is an IPO. This stock ran very, very aggressively right at the open, and you can see, if I spread it out, you can see that the price action just halted at every step of the way. So it was very difficult to trade. And right now it's flirting between $35 and $33. It's an upward trajectory. RSI has expanded pretty significantly, needs to pull back. RSI is overheated. The 9 EMA has extended significantly from the VWAP. All indications that this price action is extended and needs to pull back. Not my cup of tea. When I start seeing things take off like that, it's just very, very difficult to trade because you just don't want to be caught in some kind of a price reversal. Some people are okay with it. They'll take a little piece of it and see if it keeps on riding upward. But for me, it's not my cup of tea. I like to make money consistently. You know, sometimes you lose money, but that's just part of the game. You know, doubles, it's just part of the game. So Justin said, how about JTAI? Let's take a look at JTAI. Let me see what the structure of JTAI is. Let's take a look at it. Let's see if there's any news on JTAI. Let's see what's going on. This is also a sub-dollar stock, so it might very well be in the same type of boat where it has to get compliance with NASDAQ. Let's see what the news is here. They're being sued. That's no surprise. That's common with stocks that are having difficulty with money. There was a buyback, a share buyback, after the company announced a $5 million share buyback. So that is the catalyst on this particular stock. And you could see that the price action moved aggressively pre-market, but it came back down and it almost round tripped, right? So these stocks that are under 20 cents, under 30 cents, they tend to be very, very volatile. The news pushed it up with the $5 million buyback, but then it started coming down pretty significantly. Let's see what the float and volume is with the stock. Let's take a look at the float and volume. Let's go check it out. And the float on this stock is very heavy at 119 million shares. But again, it's an inexpensive stock. And the session showed that it had almost 400 million in volume. So the volume was there, but it pumped and it dumped. So right now it's consolidating. It's going to need volume to curl upward, but the RSI is dipping downward. The good news is we still have quite a bit of time. We got 44 minutes before power hour, so hopefully volume will come back in. But right now it seems to be pulling continuously downward. There's not a heck of a lot of volume trading on the stock, and we could see that the 9 EMA seems to be dipping downward, and we could actually see that the price action itself is actually below the 9 EMA. All bearish signals, and of course it's below the VWAP. Let's give it a Fibonacci retracement so that we can see where some key levels of support and resistance may be right over here. Let's go ahead and do it. So you can see that it needs to break the resistance area at 11 cents, VWAP at 13 cents, right? And then another Fibonacci is at a higher part of 13, and then 14 would be another resistance area. Support would be obviously right down here, which is 9 cents, which would be a significant drop, almost a 20% drop if it actually goes down to that. So that would be kind of problematic. So that's a story with JTAI. All right, doubles. You know what time it is, right? It's time to get a dub for the community. We're going to let some of these stonks simmer. We're going to let them simmer on high heat. Which one are we going to watch, doubles? Let's see. Which stock are we going to watch? Let's see. Let's take a look at the stocks. LNAI. UCAR. Oh, no. No UCAR. How about LNZA? That's trending upward. I don't know. Maybe. EDSA. BIAF. Descending wedge. Needs to break the VWAP, though. Needs to break the VWAP. KRKR. There's nothing that looks completely schmexy, doubles. I want you to know that. You know that, right?
Yay.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it at BIAF for lack of any stock really looking schmexy. It looks like a descending wedge. It's sub VWAP. I don't trust it, but maybe some volume will come in. We'll keep an eye on it. Why not, doubles? Why not? Let's go ahead and get a victory royale for the community. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money. Make sure you like the stream up, share it. Set the notifications on because this is one of two shows. We actually have a morning show as well. If you're new to the stream, we have the Microcap Morning Show, which is hosted by my illustrious co-host, the one and only DBL Nicks in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. Yes, indeed. And the show's at 8:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it goes pre-market into the open, and he has the Huntress of all things Parabolic as his co-host, the illustrious one. We call her the Serengeti specialist with the bushy tail and high weeds. She's prancing around in the Serengeti, in the heat. It doesn't matter. She's going to go and snarl an ABCD Parabolic play for us. Why not? Why not? Why not? Oh, wow. That's really impressive. Are you okay, bro? Are you okay? Yo, I know a really good dentist, bro. I'm just saying. Anyway, the Serengeti specialist, the Huntress of all things Parabolic, the one, the only, DBL Mom's in the house. Wow, you're a little off cue, Mom. A little off cue, Mama. A little off cue, I'm just saying. Just saying. If you're not following us on X.com, you're going to want to follow us on X.com, a.k.a. Twitter at Coach Nick Money. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitch at Coach Nick Money. And we're also on TikTok at DBL Nicks. DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Doubles. Money. Let's go. Let's get that victory royale for the community. And let's watch BIAF. Hopefully it will break out of that descending wedge and break the resistance area of the VWAP at $2.69 and start moving up north. And hopefully as time goes on and we get closer to power hour, all these stonks that we're looking at will become schmexier. Is that a word, doubles? Schmexier? Yeah, because we make up the words ourselves. So, yeah, it's a word. Why not? Why not, doubles? All right, time to get a victory royale for the Indelible Tribe. This is dedicated to y'all, folks. Let's get that share party. Let's get to 500. We just hit 420 for the memes. We hit 420 for the memes. Let's go 500. Doubles. 500 doubles. I wonder if this is going to be a sweaty lobby, bro. I'm getting a vibe that it might be, bro. I don't know. What do you think, doubles? Sweaty or not sweaty? Sweaty? I don't know. Yes or no? Sweaty, right? I think so too, doubles. I have a vibe. Lately, it's been like that, bro. It's been like that, bro. You know, it's been like that, bro. What? Man, everybody's here, bro. What the heck's going on? I thought I was joking around that it was going to be a sweaty lobby, but like, right now, everybody's like landing near me, bro. What the heck? What the heck, bro? What the heck, bro? Really? All right, you know what, bro? I've had enough of this guy. Oh, somebody's right there, bro. Bro. Oh man, bro. That didn't count, guys. Sorry. Didn't count. We're gonna try that again, bro. Man, what the heck, bro? I ran out of freaking ammo, bro. I should have just gotten my loot. You know what I mean? I should have just looted. Look at this guy. Can't even build, and I got eliminated by him. What the heck, bro? That's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing, bro. What the heck? Come on, get me into another game so I can prove myself. Eliminate this guy. Really, bro? Come on, bro. Really? What the hell are you doing? I lost to this? What the heck, bro? Oh, yeah, let's just run right ahead without putting a wall. Yeah, okay, got it. Got it, got it, got it. Anyway, we got almost 500 folks here. Let's share it up. Let's go for 600. Doubles, 600, right? We want 600. Let's go. Let's get that share party going on. SWMR moving up 683%. Recent IPO. SWMR up 683% on its IPO. On its IPO, 683%. SWMR. Doubles. Let's go. UCAR moving back up again. 39%. High volume, low float. High volume, low float. Doubles, double, trouble, double, trouble. All right, we're going to try this again. Again with the doggone surfboard. I don't like this thing, man. That's another problem, right? The surfboard, I can't land like I usually want to land. You know, doubles. I want my bus back. I want the blue bus, bro. I want the blue bus. I want it. I want it. Let's get that share party going on, folks. Let's share it up. Let's share it up. It's important. It's important we get to 600. LNZA moving on light volume. 45%. 45%. Bro. 45% on light volume. Light volume. Doubles light volume. Alright. That's that. No messing around now. I gotta get serious, doubles. I gotta redeem myself. That was a bad start, right? That was like horrible. Horrible. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Alright, I'm not messing around, dude. I'm gonna get my loot and get myself situated. I'm not gonna mess around. Besides, I don't have a distance weapon, so it don't make no sense for me to even toil and trouble myself with anything. You know, doubles? I might as well finish looting. Oh no! Oh man, I almost messed up, doubles. We got an enemy nearby, bro. Alright, let's do this. Let's do it like that, bro. 1, 2. Alright. Perfect. What's this? What is this? What is that? Fugazi. It's a fugazi. A lot of enemies here, doubles. A lot of enemies nearby, doubles, you know that? A lot of enemies. Right, we're shielded up. We're kitted up. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Enemies. Right here, look. Get out of here, bro. 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 Did I mention get out of here, bro? How did I do, doubles? How did I do? LNAI 148%. 148%. Doubles. Presenta. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's get some loot over here. Let's get some loot. What do you think, doubles? Should we do it? Alright. Doubles, alright. Seems like somebody was here already. What is that? Ah, okay. Okay. Alright. I don't know. I don't know, doubles. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go when the volcano... Ooh, look at here. Bruh. Bruh. Let's get rid of this thing. I hate this AR. I don't like it. I don't like that AR at all, bro. I'll tell you the truth. I don't like it. I don't like it, bro. Shut the gun. AR, bro. AR, bro. AR, bro. All right. Oh my gosh. Gracious, bro. Woo! 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 Doubles. I don't hear you saying woo! Let's get that chair party. UCAR's trying to move up a little bit. We'll see what happens. Nothing's really looking too schmixy just at the moment. Not really, not really. I hear some gunfire. All right, all right. Let's get into the zone. Let's get into the zone, doubles. Why not, doubles? Why not? Why not? Yeah, look, gunfire, bro. Gunfire, bro. Where they at? Where they at? Let me at them, bro. Let me at them. Where are they? Right over there. There was something going on over there. All right? There was something going on over there. I don't know. I don't know where they went. I don't see them, bro. I don't know. Oh, somebody's down low, dude. There's more than one person here, doubles. You hear it? How did this guy do that? He went right past me. He went right past me, dude. He left already. Wow. You know what he did? He probably like went invisible. Ooh, look, he left the chug jug though, dude. What a clown. A pampa? Pampa pampa? A pampa pampa? Pampa pampa. A pampa pampa. Pampa 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 pampa. Pampa 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 pampa. Alright. Alright, let's go up. Man, he left all this lusciousness over here, bro. I don't understand why he left all the lusciousness, bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro. There's lusciousness over here. You feel me, bro? Yeah, I mean, when there's lusciousness, you can't just, like, not have it. You know? Lusciousness doubles. Let's go, luscious. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Alright, let's see. Look at this, man. What is all this? What is all this? What the heck is going on over here, bro? Something good? Nah, that's the trash. Trash. What about a jetpack? No jetpack? No? What is this? Hop rock dualies. Oh, that's interesting. This thing is pretty nasty. I'm gonna get this. You know what? I'm gonna get that, bro. I'm gonna get it. You know what? Why not? You know? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I can do that. I got that technology. I got that technology, bro. What kind of car is this, bro? Is that a Lambo? No, that's not a Lambo, is it, bro? What is it? Oh, it's something, right? It's something without a lot of electricity in it or gasoline, you know? Not that much stuff in it, bro. Oh, this car's gone, bro. What's going on here? The car's gone, bro. I don't know if I made a mistake taking this SMG, but I just... It freaking lasers, bro, you know? But it kind of took one of my mobility slots, so it's alright, bro. I don't know. I know, but you know I'm a big mobility person, right? I like my mobility, bro. I like my mobility, bro. I like it, bro. But you know I'm rocking the pump, so that SMG kind of comes in handy, you know? The Pumpasaurus Rex, you know? Oh, there's an enemy right here, bro. There's an enemy right here, bro. Right here, bro. Right over here, bro. I don't got a visual on him yet. What, am I blind? What the heck? Oh, right there, bro. Let's do this. Dude, that did not work out well for me, bro. That did not work out for the coach. It didn't work out for the coach, Doubles. I'm sad. Let's get a share party. I've been playing like Djibouti, bro. I've been playing like Djibouti. For real, bro. For real, right, Doubles? All right, let's go take a look at some of the stonks. As long as we don't play Djibouti on the stonks, that's good. Doubles, guess what's happening with BIAF? It's trying to break the VWAP from the descending wedge bull reversal. Trying to break the VWAP out of the descending wedge. BIAF, 40%. Trying to break the VWAP out of the descending wedge bull reversal pattern. 40%. 40%. Trying to break the VWAP from the descending wedge bull reversal pattern. Let's get a share party. We have almost 700 folks. Let's go for 800, 1,000. Let's go for 1,000. Let's get 1,000. Put your questions in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Money.
X.com, same thing, at Coach Nick Money.
Money.
Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitch at Coach Nick Money.
Money.
And TikTok, it's at DBLNix. At DBLNICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Folks, we also have access for a 4-day trial pass for our private Discord community, which gives you access to the custom scanners like the ones that you're seeing here. We have several custom scanners. We have search features for news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the news for the stock market and the stocks that you're looking at, as well as search features that allows you to search them. Of course, we have the early watch list that we put out at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day for the community, Monday through Friday. So go ahead and take advantage of that 4-day trial for $9.99. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. We got Mark in the house. What's up, Mark? How are you? He said, good afternoon. Good afternoon, my friend. All bought LNAI 51. Any thoughts? So you bought LNAI at 51 cents. Let's take a look at it. This ran pretty strong this morning, and then it pulled back, and now it seems to be trying to break the VWAP, It's going to need volume, right? But the good news is we are getting closer to power hour. We're 21 minutes away from power hour. RSI is giving a neutral signal. Again, this is not a surprise. It is 2:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So power hour will bring volume into the general market, and hopefully that will cause the stocks in general to move, and hopefully that'll give a nice little boost for LNAI. But currently it's bearish in the sense that the price action is below the volume weighted average. So what we need to see happen is we need to see the 9 EMA and the price action start to curl upward and break through the VWAP, which is at 56 cents right over here. It needs to break 56, 57 cents, right? It's right over here, right there, right? 56 cents. That volume weighted average is going to be a significant resistance area. You can see that the price action seems to congregate at that general area. It broke that downtrend. This was originally a bearish head and shoulders pattern. You could see that right over here. Right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, or even a double top. Both of them are bearish patterns, and the price action ultimately dipped, and it dipped really hard below VWAP. So right now, it needs to curl upward. Resistance would probably be at the VWAP, which would probably cause consolidation if in fact that happens, and that would form what would be a cup and handle bull pattern if that's in fact what happens. But the key is going to be these volume candles starting to go up and the RSI showing that there's an interest in the stock, and the RSI moving upward to the overbought area. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Yes, sir. Yeah, good to hear that you're doing well, Mark, and my pleasure, brother. My pleasure. Good luck with it. I know you're in that 51 cents. That's also a support area, right? Right over here is pretty much a support area. So you're in a support area, and hopefully it will curl, baby, curl. Had a lot of volume. We could see it on the custom scanner, 510 million shares of volume, and the float's only 20 million. So that's a big rotation of float to volume, slightly more than 25x volume to float rotation. So a lot of people have been on these stocks. My concerns are that when these stocks run early in the day, they sometimes sell off later in the day. So that's a concern for me. But hopefully volume will come in and it'll keep going for you. Mark said, good stuff. Thanks for the technical analysis. Very schmaxy. Yay. Let's go, baby. And I was trying to get a victory royale for the community, but I don't know, doubles. I'm having problems today. I don't know. But we're going to review some more stocks, and then we're going to try to get another victory royale. And if y'all are interested, put it in the chat. Let me know if you want me to do a little bit of an extended show today. If you do, I will. If you don't, it's okay. No problem. We got a bunch of shows for you every single day. So let me know if you want an extended show. Put it in the chat. Put your stocks in the chat. And if I see that there's enough people that want us to go a little bit longer than right around power hour, we'll go a little bit deeper, right? Why not? Why not, doubles? Can we? We can do that, right? We got that technology. We got it. Okay, let me have some coffee, doubles. All right, let's take a look let's take a look at the IPO stock, the stock that IPO'd. It pulled back significantly. This stock has been absolutely wild all over the map. It was almost 700% earlier today, but it was very difficult to get into because it was just halting up and up and up and up as soon as it came into play. It just kept halting all the way up. Now, if anyone pre-bought the stock before the IPO, they might have gone pretty well. Alex said longer. All right, my brother. Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's get a share party, folks. Let's get it to 800, 1,000. Let's get it to 1,000, 1,100. Let's grow the sucker. Let's do it. Let's do it like what was that song? Let's do it like the, I don't know. It's an old song. Remember that? Let's do it like the, I don't know. Never mind. I don't know. I get distracted. Anyway, the price action on the stock is generally trending upward, but because of the price, it's in the 30s, and how choppy it's been. Alex, I think Alex knows what the song I'm talking about. I just can't remember the words to it. It don't matter. You don't need me singing because that's not my forte. I'm more of a stonk and Fortnite kind of guy, even though today Fortnite gods have not been blessing me doubles. But you know what? I'm also trying some different stuff. Like, I don't usually rock the pump. I don't usually rock, the SMG. Those are not my weapons, bro.
No.
They're not. I'm going to stick to what I do best, man. I'm a mobility, get out of range, get my AR, and cook, baby. I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, so this stock is trending upward, but it's very choppy. It's expensive. It's currently up 587%. It was up almost 700% earlier, but this ascent happened very quickly, made it difficult to trade. LNAI, let's take a look at it again. It seems to be moving. Seems to be moving ever so slightly, ever so gently. Let's refresh the screen because the screen got kind of hung up a little bit. Here we go. It got stuck again. All right, let me reset the screen, folks. Give me a minute. For some reason, this is happening. That was what I need to do over here.
Oh, it did it again?
It did it again. Yeah, it did
Log
it.
back in.
I got to log back in again, Doubles.
Yeah.
Really? It got stuck on me. I don't know why it's doing that, Doubles.
It just keeps doing that.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's just annoying, bro. It's annoying, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It keeps doing this. I'm gonna end up using a different chart.
Click on that. You gotta log in.
I'm trying to, bro. I'm trying to log in, son. I am. I tell you. I am, bro. I'm trying to log in, son. I am. I tell you. It wiped out all my thingies again, bro. What the heck? The Discovery Channel, right. That's right. It was like the cannibals do, but it wasn't the cannibals. It was like an animal, right? What was that song, DBL Moms? Do like the I'm gonna do like the cannibals do, not the cannibals. Come on, you know the song, right? Come on. Oh man, this is gonna bother me, Mark. We got to figure this out, bro. We got to send the pigeons loose and try to figure out the answer to the question, right? Am I right? I need an answer, I tell you. I need an answer. I need it. I need it now, bro. I need it. I need an answer. I need it now, I tell you. What's going on with this? What is going on? Why is this being a turd waffle? Look at this. It's like all messed up. The whole thing. Look at this. It's all messed up. I'm fixing it, folks. Give me a minute. This is all messed up over here. I don't know what's going on over here.
I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know, right? It's annoying, bro.
It is annoying.
It's like what's wrong with you, man? Just chill, yo. Chill. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Doubles? I'm serious, right, bro? I don't know. It's just very annoying. Very annoying. All right, I got to get the RSI back. I'm not going to recolor it. I'm just going to, you know what I mean? No, I'm just going to, like do it this way. Actually, you know what? I should show the folks what I'm doing because it's like, they could set up their computer stuff as well, right? From the exponential moving average. The Bloodhound Gang. Yeah. I know. I got it. I did. I gotta get rid of one, bro. That one right there. I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, but let's fix this. This I have to change. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean?
You gotta do.
That's the 9 right there. We got the 9. We gotta get that VWAP.
VWAP,
You need the VWAP, yo. You need it. You need it. I tell you, you need it.
You likes it, you wants it.
The VWAP. The VWAP. Come on, bro. What's going? I put the VWAP twice, bro. Look at this. Come on, bro. What is going on with this? Come on. Come on. All right, let's make it purple. 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 Let's make it thicky. All right, there we go. All right. So the song's called The Bad Touch by Bloodhound Gang, FYI. Let's go, bro. And what are the words? Can you tell me what the words are? Because we'll start singing it together. We'll do a sing-along.
What?
We'll do a sing-along with the community. Why not? Yeah, come on, man. I don't know. One verse? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. You're very too much, son. You're very too much. All right. So LNAI is trying to break out of the VWAP. Alex is saying down 280 to 300. I've been seeing a lot of other YouTubers who advise I go all in. Well, it's not their money, right, bro? And here's the question: Are they stock advisors? Are they licensed to do that, or are they just talking, trash? Right? Trash. Here's the deal, man. It's your money. It's your money. All right? It's your money, brother. It is your money. Your money, right? Now you're in at 51 cents, right, on LNAI? Is that what you said you were in? It's my fault for listening to them. I should have known better. You know what? It's okay. It's we've all gone through that. You know what I mean? And like the usually the people that talk the loudest, that they're experts and so on and so forth, they're not even licensed, bro. I mean, and that's so unfair because if you're relatively new to trading, you're looking for help and assistance and guidance, and the best advice that should be given to you is that you need to educate yourself. And most of these people that are on social media, they're not licensed. They're not licensed. Stock advisors, right? So what are they doing? We always tell everybody the show is just a show. It's not stock or financial advice, and that's the fair thing to say. Alex is talking about UCAR. UCAR. Let's take a look at it, because I know that you said you're in at 79. Let's see what it's at right now. It's very bearish. You know what I mean? It's trying to curl, for what it's worth. It's trying to curl, but it is very bearish, and there was a big sell-off, right? Which kind of suggested that they might have diluted. They had news, but the news was much earlier in the day. So let's give it a Fibonacci retracement. We could do that, right? Let's give it a Fibonacci retracement for the key levels of support and resistance. And I know you put a lot of money into this. You said you put your entire savings into this. So I hope it turns for you. It needs to break this downtrend, without a doubt. So hopefully, as we get closer to power hour, which is now about 9 minutes away, hopefully volume will come in. RSI is oversold, right? So it needs to start curling upward if volume comes in. But again, none of this is guaranteed. These indicators give you some basic information, but they're not completely a lock that they're going to do what they suggest, right? All right. Mark said, let's see, you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. So let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Let's go. That's a song. Let's do it again now. You and me, baby. Ain't nothing but mammals. So let's do it like we do it on the Animal Channel. Listen. Mark, I got to be careful because DBL mom's, she doesn't like that too much. She's got the chancletas out, and she's like Wyatt Earp with the chancletas. She's got one on one hip, the other on the other hip, and sometimes when she gets mad at me, she pulls them out and she goes, and it goes like what is that thing called? The thing that the boomerang, bam, right in the forehead. So I got to be careful, all right? I got to be very, very careful. So don't say nothing.
If you get someone who misbehaves.
Yeah, when I'm a bad boy, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Mama, put the chancletas down. I'm only kidding. There's no way of knowing 100%, but one thing is for sure, it has to break this downtrend. Okay, it's below the VWAP, which makes it bearish. The RSI is at the bottom, which is oversold, right? So, what I would be looking at is I want to see if these volume candles start to increase. I want to see green candles. I want to see this RSI move up. I want to see the 9 EMA curl up. It should probably have significant resistance if it does curl up at the VWAP, which is at 95 cents. I know that you said you're at 79, I think you said. Was it 79? Let me look at the chat. 79. So you're right over here. Let's go put a line for you. 79. So you're right at the resistance area of the Fibonacci, which is right over here, right? So that's your break even. So it needs to move pretty significantly. We need to see that 9 EMA start to curl upward, right? And yeah, that's what I would be looking for. Is it going to curl like that? But right now, still moving downward. So here's the good news. 7 minutes before power hour. Power hour lasts for an hour. So hopefully the volume will come in and help you out. But it is bearish at this moment. Just based on the indicators. Based on the indicators, it looks kind of bearish, But I mean, I can't tell you what to do because I'm not an advisor. I could tell you that for me, this right here, whenever a stock does this, where it does a round trip, I stay away from it. Okay, I don't try to buy bottom, right? Because buying bottom for me, right? This is me, not advice, but I'm just sharing my thoughts, right? That means that the excitement has already ended. So if I'm getting into a stock price that's dropped significantly, I'm hoping that the stock's going to reverse, right? But here's the thing. What if another stock has news that pops up, right? And the attention moves to another stock? Are people going to spend time on the stock that already gave back a tremendous amount of movement, or are they going to jump to another stock? And that's what I always say to myself. Buying bottom sounds like it's the right idea, but you're not. In my opinion, I'm not buying a high quality stock that I'm looking to hold long term. I'm buying something that I'm looking to day trade, right? And when I say day trade, I'm talking about trading it for a minute, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 minutes, and I'm out. Okay, so that's my style of trading, and for me, it just doesn't work. And I've found that getting in and out of these positions quickly is what works for me. You know what I mean? That's how I treat it. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some insight, and hopefully that helps out. Right? Mark says 51 cents on LNAI. Let's go back to LNAI. Let's take a look at it. LNAI. Let's go take a look at it. All right, it broke the VWAP and it formed that cup and handle. It formed that cup and handle pattern. It's up 178%, 178%. So as long as it stays above the VWAP, that is a good thing. VWAP is at 56 cents. Let's go ahead and put the VWAP right over here. I'm gonna have to change the color on it, doubles, because it changed colors again, doubles. Oh no, it stayed green. All right, so it's above the VWAP. This is a cup and handle pattern that is forming. So if I get the graffiti pencil activated, you could see that there's a cup and a handle here. All right, let's change the color so it stands out more. Let's make it a little bit thicker. So what we want to see is either consolidation this way and a breakout, or a direct breakout. Right now it's at a resistance at 62 cents. Another area would be at around 65 cents would be another area. 68 cents would be another area. And then further up at 71 cents. Those are key resistance areas for this particular stock, LNAI. LNAI. All right. So we'll see what happens with these two stocks. Let's go take a look at BIAF. That had the descending wedge bull reversal pattern. Let's see if it does do anything. If it did anything, let's go take a look at it. It is now 3 minutes before power hour. That has broken the VWAP as well. A little bit more choppy. We need to wait and see what happens to see if that cooks a little bit further up. Let's see. BIAF. Let's take a look at let's take a look at ISPR we already looked at. EDSA, let's take a look at EDSA. That looks bearish. It's selling off, so it's going to need to have that 9 EMA start curling upward. Right now, it's looking like it's going downtown pretty strongly away from the VWAP. RSI is dipping to the oversold area, so we will see what happens with that. Let's take a look at UCAR real quick again. Still trending downward. Let's take a look at LNAI. I typed it wrong. Let's try it again. LNAI. There we go. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on LNAI because it is above VWAP, and it looks like it formed a cup and handle bull pattern. We're going to see if volume comes in 2 minutes before power hour, and it's also the second leading gainer behind SWMR, but SWMR is $36 doubles. It's up 621%, but it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. I don't like stocks that expensive. Let's get a share party. Let's get to the first 1,000, and I'm gonna go and try to get a victory royale for the community. Why not, doubles? Why not? Why not? Why not, folks? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get a victory royale for the community. Let's do it. All right, doubles? Let's get that victory royale. Folks, quick thing. If you've been watching and you're serious about small caps, don't just sit on the outside trying to piece it together. We've got a 4-day full access pass for $9.99 for our Discord community. And it's full access. You come inside, you see how we actually operate live. Right now you're just getting a show and you're joking around and so on and so forth. But a lot more serious. Still have a good time, but a lot more serious in the Discord because it's about making money, right? And it's our money, right? Your money, our money. So we're more serious with that. We make it entertaining on the show to keep everybody engaged, and otherwise it's just noise, right? We want to make it engaging so people can learn a little bit and also get some relief from the stress of the day, right? We go over how we structure trade ideas. We map levels, how we think about risk, how we handle momentum. You'll get the next day early watch list. You'll see the 24/7 market news flow, pre-market scanners, regular hour scanners, and after hour scanners, float, volume, catalyst content built right in. And you'll see the ticker tape built to catch stocks when they're starting to heat up before they go parabolic. This isn't noise, it's structure. And if it's how you want to approach this market, grab the 4-day pass and come in and see it live. Go ahead and do that, all right? See it live. And, of course, the link is in the description and in the pinned comment as well. And when you come in, tell us that you saw us on the stream. Here we go. Let's get that victory royale, bro. I was going to, I wanted to land in the center of the island. I wasn't paying attention, though. It's all right. I'll land here for now. I really didn't want to land here. I haven't been having any luck over here. Doubles, but it's all right. It's okay. We're watching LNAI formed a cup and handle bull pattern. Mark is in it at 51 cents. It's currently up 58 cents, so Mark is green. Mark is green. It is the second leaning gainer after the recent IPO. The recent IPO was SWMR. Recent IPO, not recent, today, at IPO today, and it's currently up 618%. Percenta, doubles.
Now it's 656.
It went up 656? Oh, okay. All right, well, you know what? I'm doing my little stonk thing over here, so I mean, not my stonk. I'm doing my Fortnite thing, so I'm not paying complete attention to it. You know what I mean? Doubles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right, let's do this. Anybody here? Just want to see where, bro. Why is it so quiet? That spooks me whenever it's quiet like this, Right? Right? A little quiet. A little too quiet for my blood, bro. Too quiet for my blood. Ooh, I fell really bad, bro. Not playing well today, doubles. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let's see if I can get a med kit over here. Nope. Minis. I got bandies. I can use bandies, right? I could use bandies, can't I? Man, I really wrecked myself, bruh. I wrecked myself, DBL Mom. I did a spinals type of situation over here. Spinal. It was spinal. The winner. I hurt myself, DBL Mom. I hurt my spinal. Alright, we're good. No problem. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. Doubles. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'll take that. I'll take the shotgun. I'll take the shotgun. Yo, what is up with these crappy ARs? I hate that AR, bro. I don't like these ARs at all. Not my cup of tea, bruh. They're really not. Somebody's throwing stuff at me. Baby! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Fella! What's up, fella? What's up, fella? What's up, fella? Give me that loot. Give me that. I stole it. I stole it. Stole it shit. I stole it. Doubles. I stole it. Ooh-wee! That was some sweetness right there. Bruh. Right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, okay. Medikit? Medikit? Why not? We can take a medikit. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Alright. Let's get it done, doubles. Let's get it done, bro. Wham! Bam! Ooh-wee! Some sweetness over here, bro. Man, I can't get my weaponry here. I want my weapon, bro. I want my weapon, bro. Alright, let's get that shit party going on. We are officially in the power hour. UCAR is moving up ever so slightly. 63 cents. 63 cents. Up 63 cents. UCAR OCG moving up 33 cents. 33 cents. 33%. 33%. 33%. Alright, let's move, bro. I don't like the situation over here with this weather. This weather is not really conducive. What's all this, bro? There's some lusciousness over here, bro. Look. Look, bro, there's lusciousness over here, bro. Look. Look, doubles. Lusciousness, doubles. Ooh, 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 luscious. Ooh. Lusciousness. Ooh. Alright, alright. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's do this. Ooh. Okay. Okay. What's over here? Anything? Ooh, purple. Purple. Jetpack? Jetpack? No? No? No jetpack? Okay. Alright, no jetpack. Alright, I get it. I get it. You're being a little particular. You're being a little particular. I could see. I could see. Alright, let's get this going. Wow! 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 Doubles. What's over here? Anything? Alright, doubles, alright. Crappy loot, dude. Not gonna lie. Ooh. Ooh. Decisions. Nah. It's okay. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it. No. You know what, bro? What's going on here? Come on. Let's get it, doubles. Woo-wee! All right. Let's get out of here, doubles. Let's get out of here, bro. Man, this storm is like aggressive, bro. Car. Perfect. I needed that. I needed some mobility. A little mobility. Let's get it. Let's get it done. We got over 1,000 folks. Let's share it up. LNAI up 153%. 153%. 158%. LNAI up 158%. Doubles. Double trouble, bro. Double trouble, bro. Look at it. It's got juicy juice over here, bro. We got juicy juice over here, bro. I don't know. Oh, the slurp truck's right there, bro. Look. I love the slurp truck. I love me some slurp, bro. Right, doubles? The little slurp. Why not? Why not, doubles? Why not? Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, bro. Let's get inside. Let's get it done. And somebody's messing with me already. Okay, you want some, right? Oh, dude, did you see that? Wow, really? Wow, it has not been my day, bro. Bro, are you kidding me? That was horrible. That was horrible. Let's see what's going on with this guy. Let's watch this. Wow, we're gonna watch what's going on with this guy. Wow, he one pumped me with a gold. He had a gold pump, bro. Bro, he one pumped me, bro. You know that?
No.
Oh my God, that was terrible. That was terrible. Oh man. Oh man. All right, let's take a look at what's going on here with LUNI.
LUNI.
All right, LUNI looks like it's creating a bearish double top. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Let's get rid of the cup and handle because it looks like the cup and handle failed after it hit 63 cents. So it moved up, hit 63 cents, broke the VWAP, and now failed. And now it looks like it's potentially a head and shoulders or a double top. So this would be the head right here. The shoulder would be right here. And another shoulder would be right here. And it's now, again, below the VWAP, which is a bearish signal, and the RSI is dipping. And the candles that we're seeing right in the middle of power hour, we're 12 minutes into power hour, you can see that they're mostly red. So this is not a bullish signal at this point. It had its moment in the sun, and it reversed. And if you remember, I said earlier, a lot of these stocks that move very early in the day, a lot of times will give signals like they're looking like they're going to run, and then in reality, they end up selling off at the end of the day. I've seen that over and over and over again. That's what looks like is happening with LNAI looks like it's getting pretty bearish, and I think the same thing was happening with BIAF. Let's take a look at it real quick. BIAF, let's take a look at it. No, BIAF is still bullish. It's still bullish, but it's moving on relatively light volume. So let's give it a Fibonacci retracement so that we have some key levels of support and resistance on it. Let's go ahead and do that. And you can see that resistance is at that 287 level. So it needs to break that 287 level. It'll probably have a psychological resistance level at around $3, $2.95 to $3, right? So we'll see what happens with that. RSI is moving up on it. So this one still looks viable. SWNR is the IPO, the stock that IPO'd today. And it is, what is it? SWMR. And it is continuing to push upward. It's almost 700%. It looks like it's testing the previous high of the day. Let's give it a graffiti pencil. Activation, where the previous high of the day was, which is right over here at around, give or take, $40, more or less. And it continues to press upward. Again, very extended, very FOMO-esque, I would say. Not my cup of tea, but it is pushing, and it looks like it's going to hit 700, maybe. And we will keep an eye on it because it is the leading gainer at this point. UCAR, let's take a look at UCAR, see what's going on with it. And so far, it has not broken this downward trend. It continues to loiter at this level. RSI is not moving upward, and the volume candles are not moving upward. So this looks like it's not getting any attention at this juncture. OCG, let's take a look at OCG. Let's take a look at it. It's trending upward. OCG, we can take a look at it on the custom scanner. It is a low float at 6 million, but it has low volume. So it's up 36% on low volume. OCG. Moving up on low volume. Let's get that share party going on. We are over 1,100. Let's go for 1,200, 1,300. Let's get that share party. Let's do it for DBL Moms. DBL Moms, go ahead. They want to hear the hey. Hey, there you. Oh my goodness gracious, that was a healthy hey, Mama. Did you have your breakfast or something? Because you sound healthy right now. You sound healthy right now. My goodness, look at this guy. He's got the explosive sniper. This character. Look at this guy. This little waffle over here, a little tea waffle, bro, I don't know. I wish him the best, though, bro. I wish him the best, bro. Look at this dummy. He blew himself up. Oh, come on, finish this guy off, please. Don't put a wall up. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, bro. Oh, come on. Ugh. Forget about it. Anyway, so OCG moving up, extended on the 9 versus the VWAP. RSI still has room on it. We'll see what happens with that. Let's take a look at the ISPR. Let's take a look at it. We're taking a look at ISPR. ISPR is stacked with the 9 above the VWAP. It is currently up 33%. It's a heavy floated stock moving on very light volume. I don't think this guy's gonna take it. I think this guy's gonna try to cook over here. Oh my. Wow. What's this character, Doubles? What is this character, bro?
I think he's from something called.
He won.
He's from like a DreamWorks.
Wait, did he win?
Thing.
No, he didn't. No, he won, right? Or he did?
No, I don't know. Yes,
No.
he did.
He did, right?
Yes, he did.
How do you know?
Because he's the last character left standing.
He is the last character.
I know he came from like DreamWorks.
I don't know.
Big something.
I don't know. I don't know.
Big
dummy. Big dummy. It's big dummy. Coach, big dummy. EDSA. I don't like that. That big dummy. All right, EDSA is bearish. Again, I didn't like this price action right over here, Doubles, where it popped up and it dropped significantly. That always is a big turnoff. This is pretty much a head and shoulders bear pattern, right? Right over here. You got the head. You got a shoulder over here. And you got another shoulder on the other side, right over here, right? And the price action is below VWAP. And the RSI is trying to move up, but it just doesn't look right to me. You know, it don't look healthy. It don't look healthy. And then when I look at it on the scanners, on the custom scanners from the Discord community, we could see that it's a 7 million float, 9 million volume, doubles volume. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Quick thing before we wrap up. If you've been watching and you're serious about small caps, don't just sit on the outside trying to piece it together. We've got a 4-day full pass for our Discord, full access for $9.99, and it's full access. You come inside, you see how we actually operate live, how we structure trade ideas, how we map levels, how we think about risk, how we handle momentum. You'll get the next day early watch list. You'll see the 24/7 market news flow, pre-market scanners, regular hours scanners, as well as after hours scanners, float, volume, catalyst content built right in. And you'll see our ticker tape built to catch stocks when they're starting to heat up before they go parabolic. This isn't noise, it's structure. If that's how you want to approach the market, grab the 4-day pass and come see it live. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment. And when you come in, let us know that you saw us on the stream, folks. I call y'all indelibles because I want you to leave your mark, and I want your mark to be unerasable, a.k.a.
Indelible.
Indelibles, baby, indelibles. I want you to achieve your goals, your aspirations, and your dreams. I want you to get everything you want out of life. I want you to be inspirational to others, all right? Be inspirational to others because you know what? It's a lot more fun making money and having a good time with other folks, and it don't cost you a thing.
No,
It don't cost you a thing, so do that. Do that. Why not? Why not, doubles? Why not? Why not? Perhaps. Why not? Why not? Folks, I hope you had a good time with us. I hope you learned a lot from what I was showing you. In addition to that, I hope you had a bunch of laughs. I try to keep it as entertaining as possible. I know some of the jokes are hokey, but if I just talk about stocks over and over and over again, especially if they're not moving, it gets boring. And you know that there's a lot of folks out there that are boring as can be, I tell you. Consistency is in the house. He wants us to check Hood before we wrap up. Let's take a look at it for consistency. Let's take a look at Hood, HOOD, Robin Hood. It's bullish. It's bullish, I tell you. Bullish. Let's give it a Fibonacci retracement. Let's give it a Fibonacci retracement for some key levels of support and resistance. Let's go ahead and do that right over here. So we got a couple of support areas. First of all, the VWAP itself at $76.87 is a support area. The 9 EMA, which is right below the price action right now at $77.33, is a support area. And the first Fibonacci retracement is a level, which is resistance, is at $77.53. And the next resistance area is $78.57. And then probably like around $79 would be another resistance area. And then if we move all the way up, you have resistance at $80.21. RSI is drifting ever so slightly upward towards the overbought area, which is a bullish signal. And volume seems to be pretty consistent, but if more volume came in, that would be nice. 9 EMA is bullishly stacked above the VWAP consistency. So that's the story with Hood. Folks, we love you very much. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got the morning show that I suggest you check out on YouTube at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. The show is called Microcap Mornings, and it is hosted by my illustrious co-host, the one and only, the indelible one, as I like to call him, DBL Nick's in the house. AKA, everybody knows him as the Rainmaker, baby, and his trusty compatriot, the huntress of all things Parabolic. She is the co-host, the huntress of all things Parabolic. We like to call her the Serengeti specialist. She's in the tall weeds of the Serengeti with her bushy tail, crouching down, getting ready to pounce on the next parabolic runner at 8:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. DBL Moms! She's going to be bringing in all those parabolic plays from pre-market into the open, 8:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. So check them out. Get yourself set up for notifications. Follow on YouTube at Coach Nick Money. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and give it likes, because that always helps the stream, which helps us be able to put more content out for you. Much love. It's Coach Nick Money.
DBL Nicks.
And the Serengeti specialist herself, DBL Moms.